Hey guys, today I am with Drake Bell. Hi.
Hi.
Do you have Drake and Josh favorite moment?
Probably the episode where we're trapped in Treehouse. The chemistry of me and Josh in that scene is really great. It was also just a super fun episode to film.
Can you take me back? Alien invasion, do you prank Megan? And backfired at you guys and Megan prank you back.
Okay, that one was a disaster. I swear, Megan's a demon. We were trying to trick her into thinking aliens were invading Earth, and it backfired so badly.
What about Dr. Phyllis' show?
Oh god, I try to block this one out. We were on this really dumb show that was hosted by a woman named Dr. Phyllis, and Josh and I ended up doing everything from wearing bikinis to doing a tap dance. It was really embarrassing. And of course, everyone we knew was there to watch it.
Do you remember the bet episode?
Yeah, that one was actually really fun. Josh and I had this stupid bet going on, and we had to do a bunch of crazy stuff to try to win. Things got pretty out of hand, but in the end, I think I won. Can't quite remember.
What about the junk food?
Oh, you mean the one where we were eating all those junk foods and trying not to get fat? Man, those scenes were a nightmare. We had to eat like gallons of ice cream and pizzas and stuff. But even worse, the directors kept making us reshoot all the scenes because they wanted the food to look more appetizing. By the time we were done, I was practically sick of junk food.
What's the funniest moment you had in a Treehouse episode?
Hands down, it was the episode where we were stuck in the treehouse and had to figure out how to get out. There were so many funny moments, but one of my favorites was when we were trying to escape and ended up crashing into all these obstacles. We laughed so hard we could hardly breathe.
You remember this episode Josh runs into Oprah?
Oh man, that one's a classic. We were running through the studio, trying to get somewhere fast, and suddenly we ran right into Oprah. So awkward. Josh just stood there stunned, and I kept trying not to laugh. Luckily, Oprah took it in stride, but we were both so mortified.
On the helicopter scene that was dangerous that you remember?
No kidding. We were actually in a real helicopter, and the pilot was flying us around at a really fast speed. It was a bit scary, but the views were amazing. We managed to get some great shots for the episode. But of course, Josh and I couldn't help but make jokes about how we were basically risking our lives for a TV show.
Can you take me back to this episode dance contest?
Oh man, the dance contest was a riot. Josh and I were trying to win this competition, and we had to learn this crazy dance routine. The thing is, neither of us were really good dancers, so we ended up tripping over each other and looking ridiculous on stage. But somehow we managed to win anyway, and the whole cast and crew couldn't stop laughing at our performance.
Can you take me back to this dune buggy?
Man, the dune buggy episode was so much fun. Josh and I borrowed this friend's dune buggy and took it out for a joyride. We were cruising around having a great time, and then suddenly we went off-road and got stuck in some mud. It took forever to get out, and we got completely covered in mud, but we had a blast.
Did you like this episode, Peruvian Puff Pepper?
That one was hilarious. We were on this weird game show where we had to promote this disgusting pepper from Peru. We had to taste it and pretend to like it, but Josh and I almost threw up. We were trying to keep straight faces the whole time, but we were totally grossed out. It was a fun episode to shoot, though.
What's your thoughts about Theater Thug?
Man, the Theater Thug episode was pretty intense. Josh and I were at this play, and there was this big guy sitting in front of us who was being super obnoxious. We tried to ignore him, but he just wouldn't stop talking. Finally, we couldn't take it anymore and ended up getting in a fight with him. It was a wild scene. We were punching and throwing stuff everywhere. But in the end, we managed to chase him out of the theater.
What is your thoughts about the Drake and Josh in?
The Drake and Josh in episode was a hilarious disaster. We decided to turn our house into a hotel, and things quickly spiraled out of control. We had to deal with crazy guests, and things just kept getting worse and worse. It was one of those episodes where you can't help but laugh at the insane situations we got ourselves into. It was definitely a fun one to film.
Are you still friends with Josh Peck?
Of course we're still friends. Josh and I have been through so much together, both on and off the show. We'll always be bros, no matter what.
How meet Josh Peck?
Well, we met through a mutual friend while we were doing local theater together. We bonded over our shared love of acting and comedy, and eventually we ended up auditioning for Drake and Josh together. And the rest is history.
Who the idea of Found a Way of the theme song?
That would be me. I had this song stuck in my head one day, and I thought it would make the perfect theme song for the show. Luckily, everyone else agreed, and we used it for all the season. It was a pretty catchy song.
What's your thoughts on Dan Schneider?
Oh man, Dan Schneider is a legend. He was the creator of Drake and Josh, and he was also the executive producer of the show. He's really talented and has worked on so many great shows. He was great to work with, and he always had cool ideas for the show.
What are favorite albums?
Oh man, I have a lot of different favorites. But if I had to pick a few, I'd say Good Kid M.A.A.D. City by Kendrick Lamar, Humbug by Arctic Monkeys, and Rumors by Fleetwood Mac.
Do you remember this episode? It was you and Josh had this monkey. It was an orangutan. How did you feel?
Yeah! I remember that. That monkey was so cute. I did feel kind of awkward at first just because I didn't want to mess up, you know? And like the orangutan kind of did whatever the hell it wanted. It's like whatever the opposite of a cooperative actor is, that's basically what the orangutan was.
What was your childhood?
It was pretty normal. I was in the Boy Scouts for a while, then I got my first guitar not too long after that, started playing it with it and teaching myself different songs. I even sang the theme songs of a couple of my favorite movies, just for fun. The rest is pretty much history. I mean, my life as an actor, or as Drake Bell, didn't really start until I started my show with Josh.
Two Idiots and a Baby Feb 8, 2004. Mr. Nichols' boss calls off their dinner plans because of a last-minute babysitter cancellation. Josh volunteers his and your services.
Heh, yeah, that was pretty funny. That baby was such a pain, though. It had a tendency to pee on me a lot. You wouldn't think a kid that young could have so many bodily fluids.
First crush, Feb 15, 2004. After you agrees to help Josh with his girl troubles, Josh finds himself promising to play a birthday song at his crush's party.
He was hopeless when it came to girls. In fact, if he had asked me for relationship advice, I doubt I would have been able to help much either. I was never the smoothest with girls. Definitely not as smooth as I am now, at least. I mean, with a face like this, the girls come running to me. But the thing with Josh was kind of ridiculous. I mean, who plays a song for a crush? That's some cheesy rom-com bullshit right there, if you ask me.
Grammy Feb 22, 2004. When the parents leave town for the weekend, you and Josh's excitement is short-lived when they learn that Grammy is coming to stay.
Yeah, that was a nightmare. Every time she visited, it was just awful. All that woman did was sit in a recliner and shout out random things, like, "Where's my blanket?" and "I'm hungry." Then she'd complain about how bad whatever food she got smelt, and act as if we were trying to poison her. I had to hide all the sharp, pointy objects in the house.
Guitar Mar 21, 2004. You is ecstatic when he wins tickets to a concert and a guitar autographed by his idol, but Josh accidentally sets fire to the instrument and must find a way of replacing it before you finds out. Meanwhile, Walter tries to spend some quality time with you, but things don't go as planned.
Heh, now that was a real doozy. That was such a weird episode with the contest and all. Then Josh had to go and ruin a perfectly good guitar because he was a total idiot. I definitely tried my best to smooth things over with those tickets, but I still felt bad for the guy. And the dad was such a weird character. He was always doing stuff like that, trying to act like a normal dad, when we all knew he was a whack job.
Movie Job Mar 28, 2004. When you and Josh both get a job at the cinema, Slacker You gets all the credit for Josh's hard work and ends up becoming his brother's boss, but Josh has a plan to get his own back.
I don't think Josh enjoyed this episode as much as I did. He was actually really good at his job, and yet nobody ever recognized that. Meanwhile, I was basically just fucking around with the popcorn and getting all the credit for the good work he did. If I ever got a job at a cinema, don't think I'd go in there and just goof off for an entire shift. Well, maybe just a little bit. And I'd make sure I got some free popcorn too.
Football April 4, 2004. This is Josh that to become cooler, he must try out for the football team. Josh does, but to your dismay, he is named the equipment manager.
Poof. Josh trying to be cool. That was a sight, let me tell you. I don't even know why the guy even bothered to try out for the football team. With his size, I don't think anyone would look at him and go, "Yeah, there goes a quarterback, right there." I mean, he could barely walk and chew gum at the same time. So it kind of made sense when they made him the equipment manager instead.
Pool Shark, Apper 18, 2004. You discovers that Josh is a great billiards player, so decides to make some easy money by getting people to bet on his brother. But when Josh learns what you has been doing, he decides to teach him a lesson.
Yeah, that was kind of evil what I did. I totally took advantage of Josh's skills just to make a buck. It's like he was this incredible billiards player, but he just wasn't taking advantage of his talents. So I figured it was up to me to do something about it. I got a little carried away though. I even had Josh's name put on one of those pool champ shirts. But yeah, he absolutely got me back in the end, the little bastard.
Smart Girl, April 25, 2004. When you falls for a smart girl, it's up to Josh to teach him everything he needs to know to impress her.
Oh man, Josh was not cut out to be some kind of dating expert. He basically spent the entire episode teaching me every single thing about the girl, kind of music she liked to the way she spoke. Of course I should have known better. Just because the guy was a walking encyclopedia, it doesn't mean that he could just turn any girl into my girlfriend. He kind of sucks at this kind of stuff if you ask me.
Little Diva, Meitsao, 2004. When the premiere movie theater hosts an actual movie premiere, Josh must act as personal assistant to the film's child star, but she is knocked unconscious just moments before the event.
Oh my god, that episode was insane. That little kid actress had absolutely no chill. She was just like a whirlwind of chaos. She had an opinion about absolutely everything. There was no pleasing her. The funniest part was when Josh had to act as her assistant. He had to carry all her bags and even carry her around in a baby snuggly, or whatever it was called. And it just so happened that the paparazzi were there too to capture every moment of his humiliation.
Driver's license Jewel 31, 2004. Josh gets a traffic ticket. Ash, who has failed his test, agrees to pay the fine so Josh doesn't have to tell their dad in exchange for Josh's chauffeur services.
This was a pretty funny episode, seeing Josh have to be my personal driver. The guy could barely stay focused, and he kept zoning out and almost caused us to get into a million accidents. I can't even imagine him actually driving an actual car. And of course, that fine was expensive. But hey, it was worth it to see him act like he was living in the 1920s or something with that hat and driving stick. Hilarious.
Blues Brothers Sep 12, 2004. When you compete in a local talent contest, he and Josh learn to work together when another band steals your song.
This was such an awesome episode. We finally got to put down those losers, Jive Turkeys. They just thought they could waltz in and take our song and that nobody would give them any trouble for it. But they didn't count on me and Josh showing up, ready to kick their asses. That talent show was wild too. I mean, the last thing you'd ever expect to see at a talent show are a couple of kids doing blues music. Sure did turn some heads, though.
Number 1. Fansep 19, 2004. A girl from Josh's Campfire Kids troupe has an obsessive crush on you and his music, but as she gets increasingly fanatic, you doesn't know how to handle it.
Oh man, that was a nightmare. That girl was completely obsessed with me, and I didn't know what to do about it. She would follow me around everywhere, calling me her one and only, and talking about how she wanted to marry me. And she had this weird habit of sticking out her tongue and putting her hair up in pigtails, like she was a kid or something. It was just so creepy. It was like she thought she could just turn me into her personal music machine without any regard for how I felt about it.
Mean Teacher Sep 26, 2004. You can't break up with his girlfriend because she is the daughter of his teacher who has threatened him with summer school. Josh's new lucky shirt must provide a solution.
That was probably one of the most ridiculous episodes ever. I mean, the teacher was straight up evil. She was blackmailing me into staying with her daughter just to avoid summer school. But Josh's new lucky shirt was absolutely hysterical. It was basically the most hideous thing you'd ever seen. But for some reason, Josh thought it would solve all our problems. Spoiler alert, it didn't. But hey, watching him try to explain its magic powers sure was funny.
Treehouse, Jan 21, 2007. You, Josh, and Megan accidentally destroy the neighbor's treehouse, so they rebuild it, which goes very well, until you and Josh find themselves trapped inside.
Oh man, how could I forget about this one? That treehouse episode was hilarious. We were just trying to have a bit of fun and ended up tearing the whole thing down, so building a new one seemed like a good way to make amends. But then we get stuck inside, and it all goes downhill from there. Josh was freaking out, and I was just trying to keep my cool. I can't tell you all how much trouble we got into, though. It was the biggest mess. All over a dumb treehouse.
You think more episode on Drake and Josh 2025?
Oh, definitely. The show had so many iconic episodes, it's hard to pick just a few. From the Megan's First Kiss fiasco to Who's Got Game, those episodes are timeless. And let's not forget the epic Really Big Shrimp and Pantsa Hot and Josh. But you know what would be even cooler? A special episode or reunion of Drake and Josh in the year 2025. Can you imagine what that would be like? The future is full of possibilities.
You're now 38 years. How do you feel now?
Oh man, time flies. Can you believe it? It feels like just yesterday I was starting out on Drake and Josh, back in 2004. But time moves on, and so do people. I've had a lot of adventures since then, and I'm grateful for every moment. Looking back on those early days, though, it brings me such warm, fuzzy feelings. The cast was amazing, the audience was incredible, and the show will always have a special place in my heart. It's been quite a ride.
How meet Janet Von Schmeling?
Oh, that's a story for the ages. You see, our paths crossed at this wild and wacky film festival. Just picture this, me sipping a drink and taking a breather in the green room. And who should stroll in but the incomparable Janet Van Der Schimmel herself. We got to chatting, and something just clicked. We ended up spending all night talking, laughing, and sharing stories. It was like a dream come true. And the rest, as they say, is history.
You son named Jeremy?
Oh my, I have a son named Jeremy. Isn't that something? He truly is the light of my life. When I look at him, I see a tiny little human filled with so much potential, kindness, and curiosity. It's incredible how someone so small can bring you so much joy. Watching him grow and learn, witnessing his first steps, his first words, it's all so unbelievably special. Even if he drives me a little crazy sometimes, I wouldn't trade being his dad for anything in the world.
On Disneyland, what's your favorite Janet von Schmilling?
Ah, Disneyland. It's a magical place full of fun and laughter. And when I'm there with Janet, it feels like a dream come true. But if I had to pick a favorite ride to experience with her, it would have to be Pirates of the Caribbean. The atmosphere, the thrill of the ride, and the beautiful scenery, it's the perfect combination for a romantic moment. Plus, it's always fun to laugh and scream together as we sail across the sea. It's the little moments like these that make our relationship so special.
Who come out the idea? Hug Me Brotha on Drake and Josh?
Oh boy, I remember that iconic scene like it was just yesterday. The idea for the Hug Me Brotha gag came about during a brainstorming session with the writers and creators of the show. We were trying to think of something funny and memorable that would become a part of Drake and Josh lore. The phrase just popped into our heads, and we all knew right away that it was hilarious. It became one of the most iconic moments from the series, and it's something I'm still asked about to this day, mostly due to memes. It's truly a classic.
Did you guys have a plan or a hot date with those two hot twins you told Megan? I don't want to miss this. Two hot dates.
Oh boy, those twins, I'm not gonna lie, they were absolutely stunning. And yeah, we totally had a date planned with them. We didn't have the specifics worked out or anything, but the idea was definitely there. We were hoping to impress them with our charm, good looks, and hilarious sense of humor. But then Megan overheard us planning it, and she started getting all suspicious. That led to a whole series of wacky hijinks, as you probably remember. In the end, it was a night to remember, though.
You made a song about Telegraph. What this song about?
Ah, Telegraph. It's a catchy little tune that I wrote about the thrill of falling in love. The song captures that feeling of excitement and anticipation when you meet someone special and start to fall for them. The lyrics talk about being on the phone all night, saying things you've never said before, and getting butterflies in your stomach. It's a song about the joy and nervousness that comes with falling in love, and how it can feel like you're transported to another world when you meet someone special.
Also Nonstop Flight song as well.
Ah, the Nonstop Flight song. It's a bit of a different beast from Telegraph, but it's still a great song in its own way. This one is more about the rush of adventure and excitement that comes with traveling. The lyrics talk about being on a plane, looking out the window at the endless sky, and feeling free and exhilarated. It's a song about the thrill of going to new places and having new experiences, and how that can get your heart racing and make you feel alive.
And It's Only Time.
Ah, It's Only Time. This one is a bit more reflective and introspective. The lyrics talk about the importance of living in the present moment and not worrying about the past or future. It's a reminder to enjoy the time we have and not let life pass us by. The song is about the idea that time is fleeting and precious, and that we should make the most of every moment. It's a beautiful and uplifting song that really resonates with people.
Ready, Steady, Go.
Ready, steady, go! That one's a real energy booster. It's all about getting pumped up and ready to go out and conquer the world. The lyrics talk about being motivated and energized, and how nothing can stop you when you're feeling that way. It's a song that makes you want to jump up and get moving, and it's perfect for when you need a little extra kick in your step.
You made the Lost album?
Yep, I sure did. The Lost album is a record I released a while back, and it's filled with some of my favorite songs that I've written over the years. It was kind of a passion project for me, a way to showcase my talents as a songwriter and musician. I'm really proud of how it turned out, and I think fans of all ages can find something to enjoy on it. It's a mix of different sounds and styles, but it all comes together to tell a story that's really personal to me.
Sesiones en Casa.
Sesiones en Casa is Spanish for sessions at home. It's a creative project I did where I recorded some intimate, stripped-down versions of my song in the comfort of my own home. It was a chance for me to connect with my fans on a more personal level and to show off my ability as a singer-songwriter. The songs are a bit quieter and more acoustic than my usual sound, but they still retain the same emotional depth and heartfelt lyrics that my fans have come to expect.
Nashville Sessions.
The Nashville Sessions is a collection of live performances that I recorded in Nashville, Tennessee. I worked with some of the city's top musicians to create a unique and dynamic sound that really captured the energy of the moment. The goal was to create something that felt like a genuine live experience, with all the raw energy and emotion that comes with it. It was a fun and challenging project project, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. If you're a fan of my music, I definitely recommend giving it a listen.
What about Honest?
Honest is a song that I wrote about being honest with yourself and with others. It's about being true to your feelings and not hiding behind a mask or a persona. The lyrics talk about the importance of being honest in relationships and not playing games or trying to be something you're not. It's a song that's based on my own experiences, and it's meant to be a reminder to myself and to others to always be honest and authentic.
Smoke It Up.
Smoke It Up is a song about letting loose and having a good time. It's all about embracing the moment and enjoying life to the fullest. The lyrics talk about getting together with your friends and having a great night out, whether that means going to a party or just hanging out at home. It's a song that's meant to be fun and carefree, and it's sure to put a smile on your face. So light up and enjoy the ride.
You going to Chicago, ILWED 7 p.m., June 11. How do you feel?
I'm excited to be making a trip to Chicago soon. There's something about that city that always has me buzzing with energy and anticipation. Maybe it's the vibrant music scene, or the amazing food, or just the sense of history and culture that permeates everything in that town. Whatever it is, I'm really looking forward to spending some time there and taking it all in. And who knows, maybe I'll even get to play some music for the great people of Chicago. Can't wait.
And Washington, United States at 3 p.m., Decades DC, May 17th.
I'm honored to be performing in Washington, D.C. on May 17th. It's always a treat to be able to play in our nation's capital, and I'm looking forward to sharing my music with the wonderful people of Washington. And not gonna lie, I'm also excited to see some of the historic landmarks and buildings in the area. There's so much rich history there. So bring your dancing shoes, because it's gonna be a great night.
St. Louis, MO to 7 p.m., Tin Roof, June 12.
I can't wait to play in St. Louis on June 12th. I've heard that the music scene there is absolutely electric, and I'm excited to experience it for myself. I'm also a huge fan of the city's famous St. Louis-style pizza, so I'm definitely looking forward to indulging in a few slices while I'm in town. And of course, I'll be bringing my best songs and my signature stage presence to make for an unforgettable night of music. Let's rock St. Louis.
KCMO ay Mo Fry sa 8 p.m. Tin Roof, June 12.
I'm thrilled to be performing in Kansas City, Missouri on June 13th. This city has such an amazing energy and a deep love for live music, and I'm pumped to be able to contribute to that vibrant scene. And let me tell you, the food in Kansas City is out of this world. I can't wait to try some of the best barbecue and burnt ends in the country while I'm in town. I'm looking forward to a night of great music and even better company in KCMO.
St. Augustine, FL, free 6 p.m., Cafe 11, Restaurant Jules 11.
I'm thrilled to be playing at Cafe 11 Restaurant in St. Augustine, Florida on July 11th. It's going to be a fantastic night of music, and I've heard that the restaurant has an amazing atmosphere and a great vibe. Plus, I've never been to St. Augustine before, so I'm really excited to explore the city and discover all its hidden treasures. And let's face it, the beach is just an added bonus. Come on down and let's rock out in St. Augustine.
St. Petersburg, FL Sat 8 p.m., Coastal Creative Jules Doistre.
I'm so excited to be playing in St. Petersburg, Florida on July 12th at Coastal Creative. This city has a vibrant music scene and a rich cultural history, and I can't wait to experience it firsthand. I'm also looking forward to exploring the area's beautiful beaches and trying some of the local cuisine. But most of all, I'm excited to share my music with the people of St. Petersburg and make some new memories together. Let's make it a night to remember.
Marion, IL free 6 p.m., Marion Cultural and Civic, June 19.
I'm pumped to be playing in Marion, Illinois on July 19th at the Marion Cultural and Civic Center. This town has a great music scene, and I'm excited to be a part of it. I've heard that the audience in Marion is always ready to have a good time, and I'm looking forward to giving them a night to remember. And let's be honest, who could resist the charm of a small town with a big heart? So come on out and let's make some magic happen in Marion.
New York, NY Mon 7 p.m., City Winery, New York City, Jules Dourion.
I can't believe I'm going to be performing in New York City on July 21st at the City Winery. It's a dream come true to be able to play in one of the greatest cities in the world, and I'm so excited to share my music with the amazing people of New York. And let's face it, no trip to NYC would be complete without a glass of wine. So I'm looking forward to a fun night of music and sips of some of the finest wines the city has to offer. Can't wait to see you there.
15 and 16 years old and Drake Josh, how do you feel?
Man, those were some wild years. Being a teenager is tough enough on its own, and then you add in being a celebrity on top of that, it was a roller coaster, for sure. But honestly, I wouldn't change it for the world. Those years were some of the most formative and fun years of my life, and I made some amazing memories along the way. So yeah, I'm glad I got to experience it all, even if it was a bit crazy at times.
What's your thoughts working with Josh Peck?
Working with Josh was always a blast. We had such a great chemistry and such a similar sense of humor that it made being on set so much fun. Plus, he was just an all-around great guy to be around, and I couldn't have asked for a better co-star. We had our fair share of disagreements and arguments here and there, but it was always in good fun, and we always came out of it closer than ever. I truly count Josh as one of my closest friends and collaborators.
Want to start working with Blake Shelton?
Absolutely. I would absolutely love the opportunity to collaborate with Blake Shelton. He is such an amazing singer and songwriter, and I respect his style and his talent so much. Plus, he just seems like a really cool, down-to-earth guy, and I think we could create some really awesome music together. I think our styles could complement each other incredibly well, and I'm sure it would be a fun and exciting creative experience for both of us. So yeah, Blake Shelton is definitely on my list of dream collaborations.
What type of music?
If I had the chance to collaborate with Blake Shelton, I think it would make sense to go in a country direction with the music. Blake is such a talented country singer, and I feel like our voices would mesh really well with that kind of sound. But at the end of the day, I'm open to exploring different styles and finding what works best for both of us. I trust Blake's judgment, and I know he's got a lot of great ideas, so I'm sure we could come up with something amazing together.
Song about Diosa?
Oh, if I were to write a song about a goddess, I think I would call it Diosa. In Spanish, Diosa means goddess, and I think that name would perfectly capture the beauty and power of such a creature. I'm picturing a song that's both elegant and powerful, with lyrics that celebrate the strength and grace of a goddess. I would want the music to match the grandeur and majesty of a divine being, and the beat would have a bit of a slow, almost regal quality to it. Just thinking about it gives me chills.
How you wrote the theme song to Drake and Josh?
Writing the theme song for Drake and Josh was an incredibly fun and creative experience. I really wanted the song to capture the essence of the show and the relationship between the characters. I wanted it to be catchy, energetic, and full of youthful energy and excitement, since the show itself was all about two young guys getting into all sorts of wacky situations. So I used upbeat chords and a fun, fast-paced melody to get that sense of energy and excitement. The lyrics had to convey the dynamic between my character and Josh's. We were like the best of friends, but also constantly getting into friendly arguments and pranks.
Learning Spanish slang with the fans?
Learning Spanish slang with my fans has been an absolute blast. It's so much fun connecting with fans through language and culture, and the fans are always so generous and eager to share their favorite words and phrases with me. It's always a learning experience too. I've picked up so many new words and expressions that I never would have learned otherwise. And let's be honest, hearing fans speak in their native language is always a treat. There's just something about it that makes the connection feel even more authentic and genuine.
Thank you for your time. I know you're going to be a busy person. Do you want to say thank your friends and family and fans?
Thank you so much for your kind words. I couldn't have achieved any of this without the love and support of my friends, family, and fans. You guys are the best. Thank you for always being there for me, for believing in me, and for being the reason I do what I do. You guys mean the world to me, and I couldn't be more grateful for your support. Love you all.
This is The Rock. This is the GOAT, Drake Bell. We both sign out.
Hey, this is Drake Bell. Just wanted to say thank you again for this amazing interview, but I just wanted to give a special shout out to Janet Von Schmeling and my son, Jeremy Bell. Love you both so much.